Thanks for listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast. I'm coming to you from my guest room now. Saul Bookman came over and said that I needed to make this look better. I didn't do any of this, but I am a team player. So you will see me from now on. Jason Shear, what say you? I look good, do I not?
You always look good, Mike.
Yeah, but but it's always varying degrees. Sometimes I'm an 8, sometimes I'm a 10. What would you say I am right now?
Like a 7.5, probably, which is,
Ooh, all right. Well, I'll take it. Either way. All right, we got a lot to get to this show. We're going to talk some Arizona football, some Arizona basketball. We are going to run the gauntlet here. But first, Arizona takes care of business against Stanford. You got the Mountain Schools coming up. Sheer, this was an interesting game for me. It almost feels like kind of a crossroads game because you saw the best and the worst of Arizona throughout this game. On the defensive side in the first half, they went back to giving up open threes to guys that can't do anything else. But then in the second half, some things happened. What were your thoughts in the first half, though, Jason Shear?
Yeah, I thought a lot of them were open. There were some that were just dumb. I was rewatching the game yesterday. There's the one where Michael Jones hit a three with Pella coming right at him, no room at all, and just drains it. But there were other ones where they didn't rotate at all. And in the second half, they kind of woke up and realized that, when they were on offense, Stanford couldn't guard them. And then when they were on defense, Stanford pretty much only had the 3 ball, and that was it. And that was ball game once they figured that out and kind of defended the right way. But, yeah, I mean, this is a game, it was the good and the bad. But I think the thing that really stood out was the fact that Arizona won. Because it's a game where, especially you go back to the first meeting between the two teams, they could have folded and got blown out, and they didn't.
All right, now let's talk. Well, we'll get to the lineup in a second. I also liked in the second half, though, driving to the basket. Oh, that's a nice little promotional thing right there. Sure, put your Wildcats scoop mug.
Shelby, this is all Shelby.
No, it's very nice. Where can they find a Wildcat scoop mug?
You got to hit up Shelby directly. She's in charge of everything. So shoot Shelby a DM on Twitter at Ms. Shelby K.
Oh, that great Erica Day has joined it. Erica, follow Erica on Twitter. She is very connected with Arizona women's basketball. She is doing yeoman's work for you, Jason Shear. This is true.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She is awesome. And you trust her with her daughter as well, which means a lot. You wouldn't trust me with your daughter.
No, I would not. You're right.
All right. Yeah. Well, especially too when she tried to break my finger. But that's neither here nor there. But I like when this team drives the ball in the second half. I think sometimes they just get too caught up on 3-pointers. 24 threes is too much for me. They've got guys that can get to the hoop. I like when they get to the hoop, Jason Shear.
Well, I mean, the first half they shot 2 free throws, right? And part of that was the rest were letting them play. But in the second half, Stanford was never good defensively. They weren't good defensively in the first meeting either. And I don't know if Tommy Lloyd said, look, guys, they can't guard you, but finally, Arizona realized that no one on Stanford could guard them, so they were either getting fouled or getting to the rim at will. And, yeah, Arizona is a significantly better team when it uses the drive to open up the 3 as opposed to trying the other things. And a lot of teams are going to try to bait Arizona. They're going to sit in the paint and say, look, if you want to shoot 33s and that's how you beat us, so be it, because you're not that good at it, but we're not going to let you in the paint. And Arizona falls for it time after time.
All right, now let's get to this is going to be a difficult one. We got to talk Kylan Boswell and what we do here. Listen, I know I just put out something that said Arizona needs Kylan Boswell to get to where it needs to get to where it wants to get. I get all that, but at some point we're also approaching March here, Shear, and the confidence is absolutely shot. I know that he made the couple early threes against Stanford. What do we do here? Because again, I know Jaden Bradley isn't Jason Terry, but he's at least providing you something that Boswell isn't.
I don't do anything. I really don't. Now, I do. Let me rephrase that. I don't do anything with the starting lineup. I don't care about the starting lineup. I think we saw what should be done at the end of that Stanford game. Boswell came in, made a really bad mistake on a transition, tried to get fancy, didn't need to, and was benched. That was the first time where basically Tommy admitted that he benched Kylan, and Jaden Bradley finished the game. That's what I think Arizona needs. Okay. That basically you need to say, look, and we always criticize, we've criticized before Tommy for not holding guys accountable. Hold Kylan Boswell accountable, and if that means he plays 15 minutes a game, he plays 15 minutes a game because Bradley right now is the better player.
You just hit the nail on the head. It is what it is at this point. I get trying to let a player play through. You get it because, again, we've seen Kylan Boswell. But at some point, though, and again, I love the Tommy gun. He's the man. But you also just can't be Mr. Nice Guy that just says, no matter what happens out there on the court, I will allow you to do whatever you want. Boswell's been awful. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. From a defense, from an offensive perspective, he's been one of the worst players on the team. And it's been like this for quite a while now.
And we really thought he turned the corner. He had the 14-point game.
Right.
The next game, he was 3 for 8, but you were okay with it because he was aggressive. And then he went back to just bad turnovers. Like, it's always something, right? Like, his offense didn't bother me against Stanford. It was just the turnovers. Like, why?
Right.
Why? Like, why are you trying to get fancy on a break and all that? And, you know, it's interesting because it's not about shooting to me. Like, Jaden Bradley was 1 for 5 from the field.
Right.
Right. But we didn't care because the offense looked better. He's significantly better on defense, the energy he brings. And that's something where, you know, I can live with bad offensive games, but you better show up in other areas. And Boswell just doesn't do it.
Well, all right. Now, mentally, Vegas Allen, I agree with you. Mentally healthy Boswell is better. But here, again, I sound like a broken record, but every now and then I get a good point. And when I get the good point, I'm going to be the broken record. Yes, it's okay to, you know, I'm cool with playing through stuff, but Jason, I mean, we're a month away from the Pac-12 tournament at this point. We're not in December anymore.
He hasn't been mentally right for months. Right. I mean, I'm just going to say it, and I'm not saying that randomly. He really hasn't been. He has struggled. It has been a season-long struggle that when Kylan's shot doesn't go in, the rest of his game is impacted. And we talk about Jaden, and his shot doesn't go in a lot of times. The rest of his game is not impacted at all. But I still stand resolute, right? Like, Arizona needs Kylan Boswell in March. It does. Right. And it's going to be super interesting. You know, you can maybe handle it for a week or so, but like, let's take this road trip, for instance. If Boswell's playing like crap against Utah on the road, you can't play him.
You can't keep playing him again. And it's not like you said, it's not, I can live with the guy who's not scoring a lot. You always mention that Jaden Bradley can't score. By the way, I think Jaden Bradley is going to average 11 or 12 next season, just at you, Jason Shearer.
Yeah, this season, Mike, he's averaging, I mean, he's shooting 41% and averaging 5 points a game.
That's still a higher percentage than Kylan Boswell, who's supposedly the scorer.
Yeah, what is Boswell shooting? Let me see.
39%.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 39%. So when you're supposed to be that scorer, again, it's just kind of what it's what it is. Also, let's talk a little bit about this. And again, I'm not saying anything that a lot of people don't already know that's already known around campus. And again, I'm not even really begrudging the kid because it just is what it is. It's campus life. Everybody knows that. But I kind of feel like he went into this season saying, this is going to be, I'm a lock for the NBA. I'm going to go off. I'm going to enjoy myself on campus. And the results just aren't there. It almost kind of feels like he cheated the process a little bit.
He definitely feels like it feels like he was feeling himself a little bit too much, right? Yeah. Like, hey, I'm going to come in. They pretty much ran off curve for me. I'm the man. I have the keys. And part of that was Tommy. Tommy told him. Tommy's like, this team is yours. You have the keys. And I think he took it for granted. I really do. I think you nailed it. Like, I think he basically said, yeah, I'm going to show out and I'm going to go to the NBA and I'm gone and all this. And look, I don't know what's going to happen. Kids make bad decisions all the time. Kylan Boswell would absolutely not get drafted at all whatsoever.
And and can you imagine if he's struggling mentally against Pac-12 teams, what he would be in the NBA? The other thing too, and Daniel Gonzalez, the great Daniel Gonzalez. Yeah, this is another point. We poo-pooed it because Tad Boyle, John Tesh, whatever, was the coach and he played bad this summer, but he played bad with Team USA. He played bad in the in your neck of the woods over in the Middle East, Sheer, and he's played bad now. There's been a lot of time here.
Yeah, I still like, but there's games like and I think that's what's frustrating. I still remember the Duke game. I still remember he just had 14 points in a game and looked awesome, right? Mm-hmm. It's just that there's no consistency and you're getting one good game for every 5 or 6 bad ones. And in March, you don't have 5 or 6 bad ones. You don't get one bad one. Maybe if you're lucky, you can win a bad performance in March. But we've seen it. Like we saw it last year, right? Like you have to be at your best starting very, very soon, or else you lose and you go home.
Caleb Love, my friends, Caleb Love. That's the attitude we want to see from Kylan Boswell, the Caleb Love experience. Sheer, I know he's gone after this year, but man, this has been a fun ride with this guy. He is fantastic. We need more Caleb Loves, not less.
It is an experience because, like it's funny. Last game, he put up some bad shots, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like he put up attempts that he had no business shooting, baseline fadeaway threes. And you're like, what are you doing? And then you look at the box score, and he's got 8 rebounds or 7 assists and 1 turnover, and it's like, all right. I mean, if you're going to fill the box score other ways and take some bad shots, so be it. He was 5 of 16 or whatever it is, and on Thursday he's probably going to be, 10 of 18. It's you take it, you just do, because I'll tell you this: without him, I don't know. I don't think Arizona would be very good.
No, we would not be very good. That would be very nerve-wracking if we did not have the there's this guy on Twitter that always bothers me about I don't know if you've seen this guy or not, Jungle 4 or something. Again, nice guy, but he hates Caleb Love. And he always says, why do you think Caleb Love's good? Because he is. And he always brings up, well, look at his numbers at North Carolina. I don't need to look at his numbers at North Carolina because guess what? He's playing here at the University of Arizona. He's shooting 45% from the field. He's going to be the conference player of the year. He's going to be probably, a second-team All-American? I mean, he has been everything and more that the most optimistic of people should Jason Shearer. Sorry, I couldn't even finish the sentence.
I'm trying to find his splits because his splits in Pac-12 play are like, he is, to me at least, he's by far the Pac-12 player of the year.
Yeah,
I have it right here. Actually, I have it right here. I just brought it up. You ready? He's shooting 48% from the field, 38% from 3, 83% from the free throw line.
And again, and you know what's more impressive about that even is that he knows, and this guy was trying to tell me that Pella was better on offense because Pella's more efficient. No, here's the difference is when you go into a game, teams are game planning to stop Caleb Love. When you game plan to stop somebody, guess what? Your percentages are probably going to go down a little bit. It's a lot different than just standing in the corner shooting open set shots.
I love Pella. He's better than Pella.
Yes, he is better than Pella. Oh, Saul Bookman just told me Frank Caliendo is coming on the Cards show today. Oh, my guy, Frank Caliendo. Hold on just a second. I got to respond to this text. This is very important. Get him to say back the A. Oh, this is great live.
Mike demands he says back to you.
Yes. All right. Now let's talk about Caleb Love. He's obviously a cool dude. At what point do you think Caleb Love, being that what time do you think he's been to Circle K? There's got to have been a point that he's been to Circle K. We agree.
Oh yeah, I assume every day.
All right. He's probably part of the inner circle as well, I would assume.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. And Illegal Pete's. All right. When was the last time you went to Illegal Pete's, Jason Shearer?
I drove by it the other day.
Oh, you drove by it and you probably smelled the greatness that is Illegal Pete's.
I was like, man, I wish I hadn't just said it, or else I would have go to Illegal Pete's.
Yes. All right. Check it out now. Illegal Pete's. Where is the hold on? Where is the disclaimer? I don't want to get in any trouble here, people. And then we're going to get to some KJ Lewis. Ring in the new year with Illegal Pete's weekly deals. Kick the Monday blues with $3 margaritas all day long, or ease your way back into the week with $2 tacos every Tuesday. Do you work in healthcare or education? Take your team to lunch at Illegal Pete's every Tuesday and enjoy buy one, get one free entrees. And don't forget to unwind after a long day at their happy hour, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Illegal Pete's, your go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beer. And you might see, dang it, this thing keeps falling down. I got to figure it out. Notice the tape behind it. Jacob Franklin, we're just going to go with it on this show, but I'll get it figured out. I don't know why this keeps happening. Hold on.
It's fine, Mike. It's
Hold
fine.
on a second. Now, watch this. This is great. Sheer talk while I do this.
This is what people tune in for. The ratings right now are skyrocketing.
Their ratings are amazing.
One day Mike's going to find out about glue, and that's going to change everything. Maybe that glue.
Mike, you need to use pins. Use like safety pins. Pin it to the wall.
I'm going to pin it to the wall. I'm going to pin it to the wall after the show. All right. I told you guys that I mean,
Scotch tape.
What you see? No, it's not Scotch tape. It's this. It's supposed to be. It's better than Scotch tape.
It's mask. That's medical tape.
Yeah. What's wrong with medical tape? If it's good enough for the professions, well, what's wrong with it?
You used medical tape for your wall?
Yeah. No, this was recommended to me. I will use a tack. Meisner, you are right. All right. Anyways. All right. Again, I never said I was a handyman. All right.
Medical tape.
All right. Now. Let's talk about medical tape. Ben White just saw that. All right. Now, Sheer, you're generally pretty right on your observations of players. But we need to talk about something, and I'm not just beating you up for it. I'm beating everybody up for it that was not right about this. How did KJ Lewis slip through so many cracks? Why was somebody like me, who can't even put stuff up on his wall right, why was he, me, able to say that KJ Lewis is what a 5-star guy is supposed to look like? And Jason Shear said, no, he's a fringe 100 player. Why? Come on.
We've discussed this before, and I'm not the only one that, and again, I didn't see him his senior year. So I don't know, but the people that did it in ESPN and Rivals and all those people, he didn't shoot well his senior year. And I realize there's more than shooting. I think the space that Arizona's offense has provided him has made him look better. And we would both agree his offense, it needs work at times. At times it looked good, but that's clearly the weakness of his game. And in a day and age where offense is a big thing that everyone looks for, I think that we probably I say we, I don't know. I didn't see him, but probably.
You're trying to back out of this one. I see it.
I never saw him his senior. Actually, I never, because of COVID and all that, I never saw him in AAU. Mm-hmm. But I think that parts of his game are probably underappreciated.
Here's what I don't get, though, and here's what drove me up a wall, pardon the pun, is that, first of all, he is a 10-plus athlete. He has a body that was built to play basketball. He is an incredibly smart basketball player as well. He's always around the ball. The shot obviously is not there, but it's not a broken shot. It doesn't look like Shakur's shot when he was here. He's going to be an okay shooter. This is what an NBA shooting guard looks like. Sheer, come on, guys.
Yeah, I don't. What do you want me to do? Build a time machine?
Oh, all right.
Maybe he doesn't go to Arizona if he's more highly regarded.
In hindsight, where should Caleb Love have been ranked? Or Caleb Love, where should KJ Lewis have been ranked, Jason Shear?
Probably top 30. Yeah,
okay.
I'll go top 30.
Now, next year is going to be fantastic. The only thing I'm a little worried about, and I shouldn't be, but I'm a little bit worried, I don't want the Dalen Terry thing to occur, though, where one NBA scout gets very excited about you. I need KJ Lewis back for one more year, and then we will usher him on to the NBA. But, man, a perimeter with him, Jamari Phillips, you got Carter Bryant coming in. That is all kinds of cool.
Yeah, you get worried that, like, in March, people see him shutting down. It's really good because he used medical tape. Right. People see him going off, and he does well defensively and all that. And all of a sudden, an agent or a team scout goes, "Hey, man, we'll draft you in the 20s if you leave right now." Right. And he goes, "Oh, that's awesome." That's the worry. But yeah, I mean, next year you got to assume he takes another jump, and he's going to be a major force. And Arizona needs a guy like him in the Big 12 in a very bad way.
Hey, Jacob Franklin, hop in here real quick. I got a question for you about this. Can I use this still because I think it captures some of the part that is Mike Luke. Can I still use this for the clip as it's falling down in the background?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. It's only me that it's not like anyone's listening. So it's everything hung with tape. Yes, I am an idiot. Ben White is messaging me as well right now saying, dude, why did you have medical tape? I thought that if you had medical tape, if it's good enough for the professionals.
Mike, all that does is keep like a sling on for like an hour. That's not even like real tape.
All right. Well, it is real tape. It's sticky.
Yeah, but you need a pin or you need the blue stuff.
All right. Either way, this will be corrected by next show. I guarantee it. All right. But again, KJ Lewis right there. All right. Sheer will continue to take the L on this. Mount Crevis. I need more Mount Crevis. Here. Oumar Ballo, leader of men, is good. I don't care what anybody says. He's good. But Oumar Ballo, leader of men, has some limitations, especially defensively. That first half was very painful to watch, especially when he gets into a pick and roll. Krivas has a little bit more of just an upside. I would like to see a little bit more Mount Krivas on a consistent basis. You don't.
Yeah, because it's tough, Mike, because when he plays against good centers, he does the thing where he has to gather himself or take a dribble.
I know.
And then when he does that, it's over. The play is over. Like, he misses so many layups, and he's not able to dunk it consistently because, like, he's still gathering himself. And eventually, I think that'll go away. But you can get away with it. And it's like, I think Arizona could probably, like, get away with it this week. I really like Krivas is actually, I think, going to be needed this weekend. But against an athletic center that's like a Bona, for instance, a Dembona, he couldn't do it. He couldn't play in that game.
Is Tommy Lloyd against his big men dunking? Because Ballo doesn't dunk either.
Ballo dunks. Ballo just, it's hard for him to dunk like underneath the basket, but we saw him, I mean, he had lobs. Krivas does not dunk. The play of the game was, we saw Pella dunk. That was unusual.
And Pella was talking crap. I love that.
Weird. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what started that. But he was talking crazy trash.
Here's what Ben One White just said. Mike, you were wild, LOL. I don't think that's a compliment here. Medical tape. And then he says, turn the desk and have the background, the PHNX paper, not the white wall with the Final Four poster.
No, I think that's too busy. That's too busy.
It's too busy. I think I have it right. I've just got to get the right thing to hang. We agree.
Yeah. You're good.
Okay. All right, yeah, we're good. Ben One White, I will not listen to that anymore. By the way, there is somebody that continuously comments on the YouTube channel asking why I call him Ben One White and to stop doing that because it takes away from the show. It does not take away from the show. It adds to the show. You agree?
Ben only adds to the happiness.
Oh, crap. It's getting this is getting creased. Damn it. I'm a mess right now. All right. Let's see. Let's get a couple reads in, and then we're going to work. Don't worry, we're going to get to football because we are a football school, as you all know. But first, let's talk BetMGM. No, Clint Moses. This is from 1997 when we won the national championship. Before Sheer even knew about Arizona basketball. BetMGM, check it out. All right, where's their disclaimer? Sheer, who do you like in the Super Bowl?
I like the Chiefs.
I do too. I like the Chiefs. Is that because your good friend William Brad Alice is a Chiefs fan?
Yeah, I actually the Niners are still favored, right?
Yeah, they are favored. I like the Chiefs as well. That's one of the, but either way, where are you going to bet on it though, if you will?
BetMGM, obviously.
Sign up for the BetMGM. Use bonus code PHNX. Place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app for at least $5. You will receive 158 instantly in additional winnings, regardless of your wager's outcome. Check out the show notes for details, and let's hear from the great Damon Dog with the disclaimer.
Promo call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms. This promotional offer is not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
All right, now it's time for a BetMGM parlay. I am going to pick Arizona to beat Utah, and I am going to parlay that with the Chiefs. What say you?
Ooh. Did you tell the Thursday one? Who do they play first? You think they're going to sweep?
What's that?
You think Arizona's going to sweep?
No.
I'll say this. I think they lose one. Utah is the first game. Let's go. They win Utah. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going with it. That's what the parlay. That's what I'm going with. I like it. Okay, now back to some Arizona basketball, my friends. Some Arizona basketball. Arizona's going to run away with this conference, I think. Oregon's still just too inconsistent for me. And now, granted, I realize that Arizona's too inconsistent as well. But either way, I like Arizona to win this conference. But it would be really, really nice to get a sweep here. I don't know that I see that one happening, though.
I would be surprised. Look, these teams are 24-0 at home combined this season.
Yeah.
Neither of them have lost. So a sweep would be super impressive. A sweep, considering how Arizona has played on the road this year, would be even more impressive. Now, I will say this. They've played better at the big away games than they have the smaller one in terms of capacity and fans. Both places are going to be sold out and nuts. A sweep would be I'll say that if they sweep, I think that we need to start discussing them for a 1 seed again.
Yes, I think you're right back in that discussion at that point because these teams are good. Now, one thing, KJ, I almost said KJ Simpson. I meant to say KJ Simpson. The point guard from Colorado. He is shooting 50% from the field, 40% from 3-point range, and 90% from the free throw line. That has happened once in the last 30 years in the Pac-12. That's a pretty good case for being the conference player of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Do you know who the other one was?
No.
Salim Stoudemire.
I love Salim. I think Salim. I'll never take any Salim slander.
No, Salim started. Hold on just a second. Arizona football. All right. Now we're going to talk some Arizona. All right, let's talk because we are a football school. Let's talk a little. Salim Stoudemire, 5 of a Kind Media. Come on. Let's talk a little bit of Arizona football. But first, we're bringing Jacob Franklin back into the stream. Here comes Jacob Franklin back. All right. Let's talk about ASU for a minute. It sounds like our good friends over at PHNX Sun Devils are out on Bobby Hurley. What say you, Jacob Franklin?
I think I was probably one of the first people to get that. I think I've been texting my friends for like the last 3 years. That's like, yeah, it's just, I mean, I think we tweeted something out yesterday that was 2 of the last 3 seasons they've had the 11th ranked offense in the Pac-12, which under Bobby Hurley is kind of just not really what you're looking for, because for the first 4 or 5 years, I mean, you had a top 3, top 4 offense. It was always a defense that hurt you. Defense was never really the calling card, but if you can't score, you can't win. And 2 out of the last 3 years, they haven't been able to score. Obviously, there's a lot of issues with NIL facilities. The president is an issue holding them back. But at the end of the day, it does not seem like there's a ton of buy-in into the system. The best way to describe what you're watching when you watch this team is it almost feels like you're watching a rec league team.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It doesn't feel like there's any flow. Guys are just kind of iso balling, taking shots that they want to take. It doesn't seem like there's any system, or they're just not buying into the system. Who knows? But I think after 9 seasons, when you see that the ceiling that you've gotten to is a first round exit in the tournament, and really you're only getting to the tournament because you're winning a play-in game, like you got to go find greener pastures somewhere else.
Now, Jacob Franklin, do not leave. Jason Shearer want this as well. It's been reported, and I have confirmed this through my back channel dealings, that Eric Musselman has reached out to ASU. We are all in. We are all in on Eric Musselman at ASU. We all agree on this one, correct?
Yes.
Shearer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll never speak bad about my guy Bobby Hurley, but that would be funny. You would have to root for ASU, Mike.
You hate Muss. I get it. But Muss is an absolute upgrade over Bobby Hurley. You would agree with this.
At ASU, I don't know about that. I think we're seeing the real Muss this year. We're seeing the real Muss this year, man.
What do you mean? So the 2 Elite Eights, the Sweet 16, and everywhere he's gone, he's won. He's had one bad season.
I said this before. The issue I would have with Muss at ASU is Muss's rosters are constructed on buying players in transfers, and he can't do that at ASU.
No, but you're not listening to me. We've talked about this. You just lie to the players.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Then I'm all in. I think it'd be funny.
Because
Muss in the Big 12, oh, that'd be awesome, actually.
Because he's the perfect villain. He's the perfect villain. I mean, for U of A people to like, Musselman would be so hateable just because he is who he is, and he's unapologetic about it.
Do we think though? At what point he obviously would take his shirt off a bunch of different times? How would the PHNX Sun Devils crew cover that? Because that would be a very enticing thing to cover. The Muss shirt.
We would probably,
watch.
yeah. I mean, we would probably. I mean, there's obviously the obvious shirt designs. I mean, you do the the Musselman shirt, and then we'd probably do a good majority of our post game shirtless.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Now, what happens if he takes his pants off during a big win? Because Shearer and I both believe that if he ever makes the Final Four, he's taking his pants off.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know if he's doing that, because I mean, if you do that, you're opening yourself up to, quite a bit of, there's allegations in that. There's just a lot of issues you could find yourself getting into. I'm not sure if you take your pants off if you win a Final Four game, if you're going to be allowed into the national championship.
Hey, can we use this as the show clip?
No.
Oh, okay. Fine.
What?
Whatever. But Muss would be great. Muss would be great for him. And again, you just lie to the players. You say, listen, because you're only bringing in players for 1 year. All you say is, yeah, dude, next year we're going to get you all kinds of money. And then they leave. That's what you do. We agree on this year.
Yeah. I like the lying. I'm all about lying. And you know Muss is going to lie. That dude doesn't care.
You know what's weird about Muss, though? You never hear a lot of cheating rumors.
Because they're not rumors. They're just all facts.
I mean, no, Muss has never gotten into trouble for cheating.
That's true. That's true. Scottsdale nightlife could be a little iffy for Muss, though.
Ooh, yeah. The Uber community. I wonder what kind of drinker Muss is.
Oh, he's a drinker.
Yeah, I get that. But people also got to remember this. Then and we're going to get back to some real stuff. I always get people all the time that will be like, "Oh, Kevin Sumlin and Kevin O'Neill, the exact same person." That is crap. Kevin Sumlin gets sloppy, like super sloppy. Kevin O'Neill doesn't get sloppy.
I've never been around a guy that can handle alcohol as well as Kevin O'Neill, which isn't even a compliment, really. It's
Right.
just it's something like it's impressive.
It is. No, Sumlin's the dude that's falling over and hitting on the waitress every like 5 seconds, whereas Kevin O'Neill's the guy saying, "Bring me some more alcohol." When I was drinking with him and Tony Gimino, a guy that you actually like, he must have gone through, I kid you not, in probably about 75 minutes, 9 mixed drinks. And I remember Gimino and I were just looking at it like, oh gosh. And he was he was perfectly fine. It was amazing. I was very impressed by him. Very, very impressed. Get rid of that Sun Devil thing to your left corner. What's Sun Devil thing to my left corner? There is no Sun Devil thing in my left corner. All right. Either way, someone's the dude who doing bumps in the. Oh, that's terrible. All right. Now let's get to some Arizona football. This is a fair question. When are we going to have some announcements here? We know the players that are in. I've already recorded the shorts. Why are we not? When are we going to have some announcements?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
You got my word. Tomorrow is signing day. It sounds like a lot of these guys they want to make an impact on signing day.
Jacob Franklin. Can we have this? Because I'm off tomorrow. Can we have this set up for tomorrow on signing day? Is this okay?
Yes.
The short. Yes. Okay. Man, Jacob Franklin comes in quick. He's like a thief in the night. But yes. So let's just say theoretically, Trey Smith would be a very nice one to have. One thing that is a little bit weird to me, how come Isaiah Ward has not announced to Washington?
That is very weird. Anthony Ward had an Instagram picture of him driving in Seattle yesterday, which isn't a good sign. Now, I will say Arizona may have one thing going for it. He has a very serious girlfriend, Isaiah Ward, that is a cheerleader at U of A.
Ooh, nice.
So,
maybe so the door isn't totally shut.
It's weird. It is very weird that he has not committed to UW yet. But remember also the portal, not that it matters. Like, there's two things that are going on here. Number one, I would assume you've got to be taking classes by now at Washington in order to make the spring ball. I don't know their system or whatever. Number two, the portal closes for Arizona 1 week from today. Right. In other words, guys can't enter. I would expect if anyone's going to enter, they're going to do it in the next few days. And if anyone's going to get out of the portal, they're going to do it in the next few days. This could be a very busy week.
This is going to be a very busy week. Also, no news is good news with Tacario Davis. This is true.
Yeah. The expectation, again, things can change. The expectation is that he will be back.
Mm-hmm. So then in the secondary, you got to get another DB, obviously. But, man, I feel good about that secondary, though. You got Tacario, who's obviously number one. You got Stukes in the nickel. You got the 3 safeties. You're going to have to find somebody in the portal, obviously. But the secondary is pretty good.
Yeah, they need probably 2 corners, I would say. It depends how they're going to probably pick up Price. Mm-hmm. The kid from San Mateo is a big corner. It depends how good he is. The safeties are fine. Maybe you want to get a backup safety, but actually you kind of have it already, so you probably don't. You have Latrell and some guys coming in also. The needs in the portal are obvious. You need more D linemen and you need more linebackers.
Should Arizona be the favorite in the Big 12 in football?
It's hard to answer now. It just is. It's hard to answer that now.
I get it. I'm just saying.
I think Utah and Arizona are the two best teams in the Big 12.
And you know, one team that I keep getting people that keep saying, why don't you talk about Colorado? I'm not going to talk about Colorado because they don't do anything for me. You were right. They are. Their OU is 5 wins, I believe, in Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, they could be good. I don't know. I look, they also they lost all their receivers except for Hunter.
Right.
It's not easy to just bring in dudes on an O-line, say get along and all that. We'll see.
Right. We will see on this one. But I also find their fan base very annoying. So, yes. So we will, that is neither here nor there. All right. Let's talk a little bit of recruiting, though. Back to basketball. Braden Burries. I liked Braden Burries. You did not like Braden Burries. You have come along on Braden Burries because you said he didn't have a great body. I don't care about the body. I'm not here to watch him in an underwear event. I am here to watch him play basketball. Braden Burries was here. High 4-star kid out of California with Carter Bryant. What say you?
Yeah, he's awesome. He's really good. No brainer. Arizona, I don't want to say they're in the lead, but they're right there. But he's a guy, that Carter Bryant official visit was not random. They have
friends. A very good relationship with each other. Correct.
Yeah, that was very smart to bring him in together. He's a guy that this coaching staff wants badly. There's rumors of him reclassifying, but he has consistently said he's not. So we'll see on that.
Do you think that now, what do you think is cooler, that or the Gila River Casino?
The Gila River Casino is one of the coolest things I've ever come across.
Have you been to it?
Yes, but it's been a bit.
All right. Jacob Franklin, have you been to the Gila River Resorts and Casino?
Yes.
Okay. Is it as cool as it sounds? So those little waves are very cool.
Yes, it is very cool.
All right. Yes, that's what we like to hear. Now, check out the Gila River Resorts and Casinos, my friends. Let's see here. You do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playatgila.com for more details. An authentic and immersive experience. Jacob Franklin has signed off on it. Jason Shearer has signed off on it. I have signed off on it from the highway. Check it out, the Gila River Resorts and Casinos. And, Shearer, the Arizona Lottery. Shearer, have you been on the Arizona Lottery lately?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
All right. Here's the deal. Here's the call to action. All right. The Arizona Lottery is not just about playing games and winning prizes. It's also about giving back to the state and communities. Take an adventure with Arizona Lottery. Visit azadventure.com for more information on how you can take an adventure with Arizona Lottery and for a chance to win $1 million in cash and Arizona travel prizes. Here's the deal. You can become rich and help out the people in the meantime.
$1. Look at you drinking.
You agree with this?
Is that a Starbucks cup?
It is a Starbucks cup.
You went to Starbucks?
Yeah, but I didn't. I only got a water though, and I got a muffin. Yeah, I don't like coffee. Let's see here. Braden Burries comparison. It's an interesting question.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that actually.
I'm going to have to think about this one off the top of my head. By the way,
we have a 24/7 comparison because we do that sometimes.
You do that. Yes.
We do not. We do not have a comparison.
All right. Now, this new coaching staff, they went down to Sal Point. Bobby Wade was down there as well. I would imagine the kid that will become a priority for them is Caden Steptoe. He's obviously somebody that Jed Fish has offered up in Washington. Also, the Berry Hill kids up at Pinnacle now. Obviously, that offer is maintained. It's going to be interesting to follow some local recruiting here, Skier.
Yeah, I get the vibe. It's going to be now. There's been coaching staffs, like to Jed's credit or not credit, in Tucson, he never reached for a local recruit. Then you have the Rich Rod era or Musselman where they would try to reach for guys just because they were from Tucson. I'm curious to see Brennan's approach to recruiting. Phoenix, I think, is a little different. To Tucson, I'm curious to see his approach.
All right, everybody out there, you need to become a PHNX diehard so you can get on this Discord. I'm going to be doing my first Discord Q&A this Friday at 11:30. Check it out. Also, very good time to get this shirt. Jacob Franklin, please pull this loyalty shirt up. Yes, check it out. Very cool. Also, That is awesome. That is loyalty. That is backing the A. That's fronting the A. Also, Jason, yes, that is Steptoe. That's related to Cindric Steptoe. It's his son. All right, Sheer, where can they find you as well?
WildcatAuthority.com, Wildcat Scoop Podcast with Shelby, and at Jason Sheer on Twitter.
All right, Jose L. Roman Jr. No, they won't give him a look. He's not good enough. I've been asked about this kid for 3 years now. He's just not good enough. I'm sure he's a nice kid. Sakiley Woodward.
He's going to New Mexico State, I think.
New Mexico. That's about
New
his.
Mexico. Yeah, he's already signed, I think.
There's nothing wrong with that either. But on that note, for Jason Sheer, I am merely Mike Luke. We got good news coming down tomorrow. Jacob Franklin, make sure that short is ready, but I'll be talking to you before them. All right, for everybody out there, you guys are absolutely fantastic. Can you send me a link for the Discord at Jacob Franklin? Wildcat Fields, great question. All right, on that note, for Jason Sheer, I'm Mike Luke. I will have I will do this better next time. No medical tape, but we will be back with you tomorrow. You've been listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.